I'm Chris. This is Miller Plays. It's Turning Manchester Red. It's episode 20, and I made a faux pas. So, what should have been season review and summer transfers, I press the button on my mic. There's no sound in the first video, so that was just the season review. So, yeah, we won a few trophies. We had some players, some of them good, others were rubbish. Blah blah blah, and we got through. And then I probably started talking about all the important transfers we needed to do, and we probably haven't done them. But have a look in the video and let's see. Right, it's the 15th of June and not a lot's happened apart from the Wonder Kids arriving. Well, 4 Wonder Kids and Luke Bielton. So, Jose Hernandez, the central midfielder, he can play defensive and play attacking. The Mexican, he's a youngster. We signed him for almost 9 million and already has a value of 66 million. Marc Bernal, the defensive midfielder in from Barcelona. Looks like they overpaid for him. Jeremy Wainand, the massive centre-back. We signed him for 24. He's already doubled in value there. And then we have Carlo Chiotola, the Italian attacking midfielder. Looks very good. He came in for 34.5 million and has doubled in value. And then the player I haven't really spoken about, Luke Bielton. He's come in. He's a central midfielder or attacking midfielder, so we've got plenty of options there now. He's come in from Fulham. We paid 38 million for him, so he's already gone up in value. So it's another youngster. He's English, so that was the main reason behind him. That, and we had some budget. It does leave us a little bit over budget at the moment, and 7 million in the hole. We are all in all in the red again, but that was I'm sure we've had the sponsorships in. Yeah, sponsorship money's coming in, so 247 million. So that's down on last year, look. And we've had season tickets. Wow, okay. So, yeah, our sponsorship has gone down this year, which isn't good. What's happened to the commercial management? Come on board. Just because we're getting rid of all these bank loans that you took out, it's about time you start sorting that. So, yeah, until we get some players out the door now, not a lot's going to happen. So we've done most of our business. We've brought in these youngsters. Pedro Porro is unhappy, being listed. Carboni is actually wanted and by Olympique Marseille. And then there's a few youngsters and whatnot that we're not really interested in. Just seeing what will happen. Marcus Rashford. Well, there's a couple of interested in him. 300,000. I wonder. Anyone interested? Let's talk to the agent. 29 million. Yeah, let's do it. Let's just get rid of him. That's 300 grand a week if he goes. We've moved up 4 places to 6th position in the European rankings, so that's decent. A couple of high coefficients, look, 35 and 36. Really has moved us up. Real Madrid, top of the shop. Arsenal, Man City, Paris, Liverpool. Us, then Chelsea, look, round up the top 7. So 5 English clubs in the top 7. So our win of the Champions League, I'm guessing we must have had Europa League success or something as well. Europa League, who won that? Tottenham. They beat Wolfsburg. And if we have a look at Conference League, who won that? It was Bologna. They beat Villa. So with that, Arsenal, we finish 5th, take the spot there. And we have 7 plus Ipswich. 8 in total. Right, we'll leave it. We'll see if anyone goes out the door before we. It's probably the end of the month before we sign our last player. That's due in anyway. Our Georgian friend, who is our replacement for Rashford anyway. So losing Rashford doesn't really matter. We've got him in, and he probably costs more money. So less said about that, the better. We'll speak again as and when some transfer activity happens. Here we are, we're through to the 1st of July and free agent day. So Al Hilal have actually signed Marcus Rashford, 28.5 million. That boosts our finances by 25%, 7 million went into the kitty, and it's taken our wage budget below. That's along with, we've got no income whatsoever for the players we sold. So transfer wise, we did sell wherever they are. Mason Mount, 16.5 million, and Nicolò Zanolio for 62 million. So 62 million for him, and yeah, nothing's coming in. I'm guessing that's all been included in the previous budget. So we now have 26 million to play with. We are quite high in our spending. A lot of that is going to be from this Pilchard earning 275,000 a week. So he's on the market, available for nothing, and it potentially he could go, but we'll see. Girona have already negotiated with him. He said, "I'll take 2 million to leave." I said, 1.5. He said, "Yeah, done," and then he didn't. He stayed. So Girona have come in again. Juventus are now in for him. So if he leaves, then that's going to help the finances. It means we'll take a couple of 100,000 off the budget there. Don't think there's anything else really brewing at the moment. Well, the fans were unhappy with our man Rashford going. We get an F for that. We also had poor reactions for wherever they are. Not sure why such a good player was sold. It's Mason Mount. Hello? Hello? A good player? I can have more sympathy with him on Zanolio, but he dropped down to a 3-star with us. He's obviously had a decent season at Inter, which he did. So he's showing as 4 stars now, and good luck to him. He was decent for us. He basically filled a hole at the time. Effectively, we've doubled our money on him, so we can't complain about that. Hopefully, that helps with. Yes, look at that. They're delighted. I've signed the player for 30 million, sold him for 62, and now they're delighted. That's what it's all about now. So, fingers crossed. That's good. The other bit with Rashford, they were saying that our new Georgian isn't good enough to lace his boots, effectively. Doesn't look ready to replace him yet. Hello? Hello? He is better than Rashford. He's younger than Rashford. He's better than Rashford. And he doesn't have Rashford's terrible, terrible inconsistencies, he says, hopefully. Certainly in Italy for Napoli, 733, 720, 731, 738. He's scored goals, he's got some assists, he's played well. So fingers crossed, we've got a decent player there. And even if we haven't, we've got plenty of players. We have a look, Lamine Yamal, Jeremy Pino, they can both play there. And we've still got Garnacho, who apparently is the 4th peg now. But he is trained at club, so he's going to be sticking around. He's been no bother whatsoever since he's got here. But yes, we need to raise some funds now, try and get in some extra money, and God, there's plenty of players interested. Lorenzo Luca. If I can get rid of him, 24.5 million now. If we can get rid of him, not that I really want to, because he's got one ability that a lot of the other players we've got hasn't got, and that is he's 6'7". He's a battering ram. He's great at heading. He's got massive jumping reach. And to be fair, at 7.23 last season, 13 goals, what was it, 25 in total. Previous year, he's got 28 goals in total, 18 in the league with the 7.48. 7.37 total previous year, 7.29 this previous. Actually, last season, there we go, I can speak. So, all in all, I'm not in a rush to sell him. He's decent and he does the job. So, we'll see. It's going to be Porro. If Porro leaves, we can then look to get a right back. It's only Juventus on loan. It's 300 grand a week. Let's ask the agent. Now happening. Now brewing. So, transfer-wise, they've accepted all offers. That's fine. So, we'll see. See what's happening. The one we do want is a new right back. So, you tell Tottenham off on that one. So, yeah, if we get any movement, we'll get in a right back. If we don't, we'll stick with what we've got. Right, our summer activity is just about done. No more incomings at the moment. Finances dictate that, really. We are below our wage budget. Our balance is gone down hugely. Our sponsorship isn't as good as last year. But on the plus side, our debts, we're only paying 2.5 million a month. It's a horrendous thing to say, really. So things are improving. Squad-wise, let's just have a quick peek at transfers. And the big news here is we've just spent 55 million on Jeremy Frimpong. He is a marvellous wing-back. He's come in, he's going to go in ahead of Porro. So he's our number one choice at right back. Porro, I'm not really interested. João Mario has gone out on loan to Inter. Sana Fernandez has gone out on loan to Brest. Kylian Sardella has gone out on loan to Antwerp. And then a couple of youngsters also gone out. And the big news was Jadon Sancho left. He went to Inter on a free. Apparently he's worth 62 million. Not in my eyes. He's taken a pay cut to go there. We paid him off as well. It was basically get him off the books. That way it freed up some wage budget. That's enabled us to basically bring in Frimpong. And we've used up all our transfer budget because whenever we sell anyone, we get 25%. So our transfer history, 109 million was sold. We've only spent 55, but hey ho, there we go. We did spend a lot of money towards the end of, during this, basically the summer, really, bringing in a lot of these youngsters. So Fitzpatrick, he should be in and around the first team this season. We will make sure he goes in the first team, but the others certainly will be. So for now, he's going to be effectively Ugarte's understudy. We've got Wenand, who's come in for Tiam, who's on loan after we got rid of De Ligt. Carlo Chitola is our replacement for Carboni, who will probably be out the door soon. And then Luke Diolton will be his understudy as and when he's fit. We've also still got Darvish around. So things are looking quite promising. Let's change that to what we're doing now. Effectively that one, isn't it? So we are well set as wingers. We've got our Georgian friend, we've got Lamau, we've got Garnacho and Pino, who all can play left and right. So we're stacked there. Hoyland, Samu are both forwards, along with the youngster QC Acer and Lorenzo Luca. So we're stacked up front as well. One thing we have got also on the left-hand side is Franco, the young Argentinian, who's going to need some game time this season as well. So it's one of those, if we do lose a player to injury, we have got plenty of wingers and we can fit them in. Defensive midfielders, Naipan, Mainu, Agate, Darvish can play there, and Bernal. So we are stacked defensive midfield, that's fine. Right back, we've obviously got Aristu as our backup to Frimpong, and Porro's there, but hopefully he will be out the door soon. And then left side, we've got Gerald Hato and Dolce, really. Aristu can drop over there. The one big issue is goalkeeper. We brought in, our director of football brought in a backup goalkeeper. We just haven't got any money. It's one of those, we'll just have to play it by ear. If we do get rid of our friend Porro, then there's going to be a bit of money in the kitty that we can perhaps look to get somebody on the Never Never. But I wonder if we make him available for loan. Anyone interested? Not at the moment. But yeah, that's it. We're going to start the season with a derby against Man City. We've also got Tottenham in the Super Cup, but it's going to be whenever the Champions League starts. We'll kick things off. Perhaps we'll see. It'll just be September. We'll come back and we'll see what Champions League we've got and go from there. So at the moment, no plans to show any of these. We'll just whiz through those, and hopefully we're in a position now that we're strong enough, providing Diego Costa doesn't get injured at all, that we're stacked and don't need to worry about anything. Development centre wise, the under-21 squad is quite thin. We've obviously got Binion Fitzpatrick, who will be promoted to the first team at some point, as pretty much the only option. And then in the under-21s, it's been increased because we've got the likes of Yoro and Jakub Shvili, our Hungarian backup goalkeeper, in amongst there. But it's early season, so few bits and pieces there. So Charlie Nash, decent player out on loan. Sandy McElroy, another one, decent out on loan. Lewis York probably won't feature much this year. Cameron Boo, another one that probably won't feature anywhere near the first team. But we might see someone like D'Arcy, Eldersbury. It depends how short we are at defensive midfield. So there's a few players there that aren't too bad. That's like Stephen Sinclair, could at a push come in and push for the left back role, but the youth recruitment isn't quite there at the moment, but we'll see. Right, with that, we will end it here, and we'll see you for the next one. Until then, thanks for watching, and ta-da.